Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. How are you doing? We're going to take a look this week at that energy that's going on between the time of that full moon in Libra. If you haven't seen that video yet, let me get two right next to each other. And then eclipse season, which is coming. So eclipse season actually starts when we have Mercury going retrograde at the same time. Mercury is going to retrograde between that 5 and 15 degrees, bonus card, of Taurus, where Venus was, and Uranus were at Venus at 5 with the North Node, and Uranus at 15, 16 degrees. When we had the new moon that happened, the first new moon that happened in Aries. And now we have a new moon eclipse in Aries coming up, and I'll do videos for the eclipse moons next. But I wanted to see what Spirit wants to talk to you about right now. Oh, that's why you got a bonus card. Has to do with this. Okay. So, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Who doesn't want to hear that? There's some kind of a law situation. You have the gavel, involvement with the law, and dealings with the relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Could be you, could be somebody else, could be the judge, could be a lawyer, could be, if you're, could be somebody, I heard corporate. Okay, so maybe you're something like that. Could be the police officer that pulls you over. Watch that speed. With the Mercury in retrograde, traffic accidents are a thing. Okay, so whatever's going on, though, you have this card of you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life and celebration, fun, and enjoyment with the card of December. And I don't want you to think that you have to wait till December to have fun. It almost feels more like something you were thinking about that you wanted to do back in December. You initiated it, maybe during the full moon in your sign, and you decided to take some action on it. And things are starting to click along here. So I just feel like these two right here, this law thing. Maybe if you've had something working its way through the court case and it's been there for a while, and it's like finally. There's some justice. Finally, something's happening that should be happening. So I like that. I like that this December card, which could be Capricorn season, but it could also be Sagittarius season. And you have the arrow, which is like Sagittarius energy to me. So I feel like it was more like closer to dealing with around your new moon. Because your new moon, I think your new moon actually happened during November, so I think it did. All right, 9-card spread. Let's take a look at what's going on here, and then we'll pull some advice from Spirit and see what all they have to say here. Ooh, okay. In the area of resources, you have the Queen of Crystals. That's like the Queen of Pentacles. That's like your ability to really nurture and manifest something to bring it in. Oh, you have really great cards. You don't have a bad one in the bunch. Okay, overall energy, 7 of Acorns. And then I looked again at the bottom, so we're taking it. So you get bonus cards there too. So the 7 of Acorns is like the 7 of Wands, determination and stamina. And on the other side of that comes the 10 of Shells, blessings and well-being. So again, you're on the right track. You're going to have to push through to get it done. You're going to, but the cause for celebration, the 10 of Cups. And so it could be something that comes through for you in December. And it might be something like that, or it started in December, or it involves somebody who, there's an anniversary of birth or something in September, December. So, wow, there's party music going on. I don't know if the microphone's picking that up. Okay, the key to the situation is the Knight of Shells, charm and passion. What brings you the joy and the happiness? Now, the flamingo gets its color from the shellfish that it eats, and so what you ingest, music that you listen to, people that you hang out with, the things that you do for fun, that all colors the way you view the world, right? It is the energy that you take in, and so it's the energy that you exude. And so I do want to encourage you to find the joy, find the happiness, celebrate the small moments and the big ones, and don't wait until tomorrow to be happy. Be happy right now, right? In the area of what are you seeking, we have the stag, the Six of Acorns, success and triumph. Okay, success and triumph. That's what you're seeking. It seems like you get it. I just want to take a look here. There's a collaboration involved in the situation. So the collaboration could be with with the law, the lawyer, whatever. It could be something like that, or it's a collaboration with somebody else. Feels like it's this woman. So and so this collaboration may not have anything to do with this law situation for some of you, but there's some kind of a female involved in some important aspect here. So the collaboration and productivity, we have the little honeybee. This is the energy to anchor into. And so where can you collaborate, work with others in order to bring in and manifest what you want? Your heart space is so beautiful because you were nearing the end of a cycle. So there was this burden. There was this overwhelm. There was this too much to handle. This is really a lot of work energy because here we have the beast of burden, the donkey, the burro, whatever it is on here. Energy of the Ten of Acorns, responsibility and dedication. Something that you really felt very responsible for, and it was weighing you down. It felt like a real burden here in the heart space. But here we have the moving forward, the gazelle leaping over the ravine. And it's just a really small ditch, really, it looks like. And it's like the sun is shining behind you, and it's like it's called the Traveler, adventure, and potential. It is the energy of Aries, right? So it's the Fool card, and we have this new moon that's in eclipse that's showing up in Aries, the second new moon in a row in Aries, and it's kicking off the energy of the North Node moving into Aries during Gemini season, and we also, or I think it's right around there, might be in Cancer, and there's this whole energetic shift that is happening. And I think you're ready to move with it. I think you're really ready to move with it. So, wow, you guys are so spiritually protected here. Okay, so here in the area of how do you transform the situation, you have the Panther. So the Panther it's our intuition, it's our inner knowing, it's our wisdom, it's our ability to navigate in the darkness, right? Of not necessarily knowing, but with power, because we can see. It's our intuition. We can see what needs to be. So power and perseverance. You have power and perseverance here, and you have determination and stamina here, right? And so it's really important. I'm sorry about the lighting. These cards are kind of washed out. This is a badger. You have the badger and the panther. That's fierce. Like, I would not want to mess with a badger, but they're also like that kind of black and white energy of the yin and the yang being very balanced. And so again, it's a taking action in alignment with what it is that you want. The challenge has been moving yourself out of a comfort zone. We have the Four of Acorns there. It's a big old walrus. So it's comfort and community. Sometimes leaving that job that's soul sucking because you really like the people you work with is hard. Sometimes leaving a relationship is hard because you really like their family. Sometimes moving is hard because you really like your neighbors. There's some kind of a shift that's happening. Big release, though, the card of release coming up. We do have, with eclipse season, we get 2 eclipses, and the other one is in Scorpio, and that was a full moon eclipse before we get to your sun sign. And so there's this, between now and the time the sun moves into your sign, there's this energy of releasing and creating space to let something new and exciting in. Wow, you got the tiger. Look, there is a lot about being in balance. We got the panda, which is this balanced yin and the yang energy like we have here, and we have the tiger, which is very similar to this 9 of acorns here, this power. And again, so the tiger has the black and the white and the orange is the self-confidence. So moving forward with confidence in a very balanced way. So this is Archangel Raphael. There's a very healing energy that comes through with this. And this one is Archangel's Sandalphon. This is being very grounded. This is opening up your Earth Star and really anchoring in. We have Jophiel, which is about the solar plexus, right? This confidence that I'm going to move forward to do what I want to do, and Mother Mary, this nurturing, loving, taking care of yourself energy. Nurturing not only yourself, but others. But I do think that, right, because you're working in collaboration, so you're going to need to spread that energy around a bit. The action to take right now is this page of acorns, page of wands. It says discovery and enthusiasm. And so here we have this really weird looking monkey that reminds me of the monkeys from the Wizard of Oz. Look at him. He's kind of interesting. Fly, fly. And it's kind of like, yes, leap, discover, go do new things, right? Be enthusiastic about it. I mean, they were happy to go out and harass poor Dorothy and her friends, right? So there's some of that energy going on here. I see for you, you're on the right track. You're moving towards something that you're going to feel really good about, but there is a leap of faith that is needed. There is an ability to work with others and to, what does this say? Accept your magnificence. I didn't even read that. Accept your magnificence. Stride forward with confidence. Be willing to release and let go. So let's get into these two cards that came through because they're super fascinating. I want you to look at this. If that doesn't look like your spirit guide staring you down in the face, I don't know what does. So we're going to look at this one first just because, look at that. Solar plexus lit up, accept your magnificence kind of energy here. It's number 17, kind of like the star card, but it also becomes an 8. It also becomes an 8, which is about self-mastery. This one is called empowerment. This is your solar plexus lit the heck up, the sun getting ready to move into your sign, right? This card shows a gentle yet powerful opening and energy flow of the third chakra, the power center, the solar plexus, through your own willingness to stand tall and be all of who and what you are meant to be. Your own willingness to stand tall and be all of who and what you are meant to be. You naturally vibrate a dynamic energy that has a positive and empowering effect on others. Venus moves into your sign this week. Venus is all about self-determination, self-esteem, self-value. That is what is powering up this reading here. She is there until May 7th. Right after that eclipse, she spends the next, what is, I lose track of time. Is that 3 weeks, 4 weeks? That she is, 4 weeks, 5 weeks? 5 weeks. It's 5 weeks that she is in your sign. She is there to help you and assist you in finding out who you are and being willing to step forward. She is the Queen of Crystals, right? That is an earth sign energy, a feminine earth sign energy, and she rules Taurus. Comfort and prosperity. What is of value to you and allowing you to move forward on your path? Well, that is super powerful. Okay, so I got distracted, sorry. So as I'm recording this, just so that you are aware, because this really matters to you and Virgo, and then eventually others start feeling it too, Mercury is already in shadow as of April 7th. And so if you haven't seen your Mercury in retrograde video, I highly recommend that you do that. I put it out last week. Anything that you start between now and like the 14th, you can really use Mercury retrograde to your advantage. And so that was why the videos came out a little bit early, to really help people get set up for success. All right, so through your own willingness to stand tall and be all of who you are and what you are meant to be, you naturally vibrate a dynamic energy that has a positive and empowering effect on others. That is this 3 of crystals. Through your own acts of self-kindness and self-love, that's Venus, you have given yourself permission to shine a gentle and loving strength. This is exactly what the world needs right now, and you are giving the gift of self-empowerment to everyone you meet. You can't give what you don't feel. So that self-empowerment that you feel, just simply by shining your light out into the world, you allow others to go, oh, I can do that too. It's really powerful when we live the example that we want to share. And this is the light body guide. Okay, so Gemini, the North Node getting ready to move into Aries, and this eclipse is definitely signaling it that the North Node is getting ready to shift. The shift's during right around your sun sign season. When the North Node let me try that again. When the North Node moves into Aries. So the North Node was in your sign, and then it moved into Taurus. So in your sign, that's the time of adjustment, readjustment, the releasing, the letting go. The integration period is the next sign. That's the time it's been the last year and a half in Taurus. And now you're moving into, it's time to start planting your seeds. The Queen of Crystals. And nurturing, right? It's the self-nurturing, the self-care, the planting the seeds that are going to produce fruit in the next cycle. And so you have been going through this integration, and now the light codes are being dropped in, and you might feel them. So when your left ear is buzzing, that is light codes coming in. That is, get out in the sun, they're saying. Okay, so spend some time in the sun and allow the light, the neutrinos from the sun. There's something about the coding in your crystalline DNA that needs some time in the sun. Of course, depending on where you are in the world, you may need to wear sunscreen at this time of the year. You know, you have to protect your physical body. But that 15, 20 minutes that you're out there in the early morning or in the evening hours when you don't have to be, then all sunscreen slathered up, you can really absorb a lot of this energy. So an early morning walk, an evening walk, 15, 20 minutes is good for the soul, good for the body. That might be a really good thing to integrate into your routine. So your light body is moving into a higher vibration, and as this shift occurs, you may not feel like your normal self. Okay, so this big shift, this big change that's happening in the heart space, it might be that you are just leaping forward on your spiritual path, and you're not actually leaving behind anything. Not that you haven't already left behind or that you weren't already prepared for, right? It is this release, so it feels like a release of power. There might be the last few things, this responsibility, it's something that you've been clinging to that needs to be let go of to allow yourself to be unshackled. They're saying, wow, okay, unshackled. All right, so, Nick could come through with the gavel. Bam. You are unshackled. Okay, so this guide has come to let you know that being absent-minded, forgetful, unclear in your thinking, or feeling heart palpitations and other strange sensation is perfectly normal during this time. So Mercury in retrograde can make you feel all those things. And then after Mercury finishes its retrograde, we've got Jupiter this year moving through those same degree points in Taurus, working this over. And this is the area of the final, like the last year or so, last 9 months or so, where you've been integrating. And it's going to get worked over by Mercury, and it's going to get worked over by Jupiter. This is important stuff, that 5 to like 16 degrees of Taurus in your chart. If you are a Gemini rising, that is in your 12th house of spirituality. So that's a big spiritual upgrade. Huge. But it doesn't matter where it falls in your chart. There's something going on with your Taurus energy. And Venus rules Taurus, right? And she's going to be in your sign right now, assisting. Wow, she's assisting while Mercury's doing this retrograde over those points. Really assisting you. So you might, so be really careful when you're driving or even walking, like really try to focus on what it is you're doing so that you're safe at all times, because I have a feeling you're going to be very much spacey. I get the word spacey. I'm feeling actually this spaciness, like I can't stay grounded, I'm blah, and it's because you got all this stuff going on. And so do what you can to be as safe, as protected as you're moving through the world right now over the next, 5 weeks or so. The Light Body Guide encourages you to drink lots of water and get plenty of rest. The butterfly over his heart is a symbol for you to contemplate. A butterfly, to me, when I get that message from Spirit, a dragonfly is spiritual transformation, a butterfly is physical. So, basically when it's the light body guide and it comes with this butterfly, that tells me that while you are being spiritually transformed, you are going to feel it in the physical body as well, which is also what they're saying here. So really taking care of your body, plenty of rest. Eat what you feel like eating. I want to say what's nurturing and good for you. Like, try to make healthy choices. But really listen to your body. What does your body really want today, right? Water is going to be really important because it helps to move the energy through your system. You are being reassured that you'll be back to feeling normal very soon. I do think that by the time Mercury clears its shadow June 1st, you're going to, and by then Venus will have moved on into Cancer. I think you're going to really notice, because by the time we get to June 6th, she is already in Leo, and she's going to spend a lot of time there, and that's in the energy of choice and decision making for you. And so while she is in Leo, and since she is definitely a player in this situation here, I just want to say until like October 10th, you're going to be making choices that are self-empowering for yourself. Lots of choices coming up. So allow these upgrades to happen, and then keep moving with the energy. Keep moving with it. It's very beneficial for you. All right. If this is the kind of reading you like, please let me know. Hit the thumbs up. Leave me comments. Let me know how it resonates with you. And if you would like to get into the energy of each day, I'm over on Facebook doing that. And the link is in the description box below. But I do astrology. I really get into the astrology there, but we pull cards, and it's intuitive astrology. So come and join me over there. You guys have a lot going on, and it's really cool. Let me know how it's working for you. You guys take good care, and I will see you back here when we start talking about those eclipses. Like we aren't already doing that.